in time for a late night
Wait till
snack.
everybody comes in. I have to bring up a motion really quickly.
We got the project moving out, it's going 2 years.
Okay. We talked quickly in executive session with Gretchen about some real estate issues that we had to discuss. I'd like to make a motion, and this will be before we actually vote on it, open for public comment, to move $2 million of bond money from our general, or from our current account to Slovenian Savings in order to get a higher interest rate. So I'm making that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle Stonemark, 40 North DePauli. Sorry I didn't raise my hand earlier. I just have a couple quick comments before you guys close out the meeting. You mentioned, Sydney, about having Gretchen type up something about nominating people for positions that are open. Is there any way that you could include in that people knowing what exactly is open? Because for me, the biggest issue always is that, you know, we never know what's open. I have, in the past, reached out to, this was a few years ago, I reached out to Tom and I said, you know, I'd like a position on, well, I don't even remember what board it was, Tom. Let's just say Parks and Rec. I'd like a position on Parks and Rec. And Tom's response to me was, well, you know, I'm not going to take somebody off of Parks and Rec, even because the term was up, I think. And his response to me was, well, I'm not going to take somebody off of Parks and Rec if they want to be back on it. You know, I can, which I totally got at the time. I'm not like trying to call you out or anything. But then I said, well, how are we supposed to know what positions are open? Like if the term was up, just because the term was up doesn't mean that the position was open. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to make a connection here. Like, how do we know when positions are open? And like in the reorganization meeting, you guys moved people from the planning commission to the zoning board. And
But
then,
I didn't even know, quite honestly, that's...
I'm not accusing you. I'm
No,
just
I'm
saying.
just saying, but like, quite honestly, like, Ron and I didn't even know that was gonna happen. I didn't even know he was interested in moving or anything like that. So I would envision that as part of the policy that Gretchen's gonna
Well,
write.
that's what I'm asking.
That's
what
like
I'm asking.
revamping the whole system.
I don't know, I mean, I don't know that there's gonna be a position on the zoning board until somebody resigns from the zoning board. So like, how can I put an interest for the planning commission until I come here tonight knowing that somebody is resigning from the planning commission? Like, I would need you to call me, or, you know, somebody to call me and say, hey, do you wanna be on the planning commission? Because somebody's resigning, so now, and that's not the way to do things.
There will be areas on our website.
Don,
that
talking
will
to,
say-
Don, talking to your
I'm
microphone.
sorry. Through the creation of our new website, Jack will have sections that will have open boards and positions and things like that. And we'll take letters of interest and resumes for those positions that are open. Sometimes we'll get people to come and say, hey, I want to be on a board. And I gave you that application 2 years ago. That's too tough to track. So what Jack will be doing, and hopefully with the drafting of the new policy that Gretchen is going to draft, we'll have that in order. Residents can go to our website. They can see what boards and commissions have available seats. If they're interested, then they submit a letter. And the directions will be there as well.
Right, like I would just suggest some time between somebody resigning from a position and somebody, you know, being put in a position the same night, because that's not giving anybody in the public any time to put and express any interest.
Sure.
And to be fair, the reason he resigned was because he was appointed to another board, so.
Right, and we keep, and you know, this is no offense to the board, and again, I apologize if you guys take offense to this, but you keep moving the same people around different boards. Like, can we get some new blood in here? Don't you guys want change? Like, or, I don't know, just let's get some new blood in here. That being said, as far as Jeremy Brown, his presentation earlier tonight, I have a lot of experience with fundraising, and I've offered to fundraise for anything the township has to pay for, including the rental of a bucket truck. I'm willing to hold, I have a ton of experience in fundraising. I've raised lots of money for different organizations, so I'm happy to host something. Even if we have to use the park, maybe this township could let us use the park one day, have some sort of fundraiser to raise the money for the brackets and rental of a truck, and even towards some of the guys' time that's willing to be used.
That's good. Thank you. Any other comments, questions before I close the meeting? This meeting is adjourned.
No, one time.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
Don't,
Just joking.
when you put them open positions, make sure it's in there, must have a resume.
That'll be part of the policy.
I'll draft something that will
You'll have
encompass the entire process, and then you all can vote on it publicly.
Okay. All right, now this meeting's adjourned.
We have-